Headlines today now also spoke to MOS PMO Jitendra Singh, who said that the centre was keeping a close eye on all developments in Jammu and Kashmir. Let's listen in.
The way this entire issue has snowballed, do you think that in the first instance the rally should have not been allowed to be held, and the Mufti government is actually failing to rein in separatists?
No, as far as we are concerned, and the leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, we are very clear. We have been very consistent actually, right from the beginning for the last 50-60 years, even when we were part of the opposition camp, both the centre as well as the state. There is no compromise on patriotism, no compromise on nationalism, and there is zero tolerance for terrorism, zero tolerance for separatism. Having said that, I think all our activities or positioning would be guided by this basic principle, and I think this is also an occasion for all of us to realize once again that the alliance that has come into existence in Jammu and Kashmir is purely for governance, and we must very judiciously learn to respect each other's domain. We have not compromised on ideological issues which are very close to us.
Your own political advisor in Jammu Kashmir, Omar, has said that the ties should be snapped. Do you think this alliance is a failure? Because you are as different as chalk and cheese.
I would not engage myself into that debate, but
your own political advisor is advising.
Yes,
that.
but having said that, let me add over here that we are an organization which is highly disciplined, where there is a sharing of responsibility, and our leadership at the centre, also at the state, is capable enough to take appropriate decisions at appropriate times depending upon the situations that develop, and therefore since we are not a party which is centered around any coterie.
Do you think that at the centre your government has been faced huge embarrassments because of the way the state government has taken on the separatists, has given statements, has acted on Masrat Alam?
No, even if that be so, the central government...
there was a lot of embarrassment?
No, I didn't say, but even if that be so, assuming what you are saying is right, I think the government at the centre was very clear and forthright in what it thought about the entire sequence of events, and it has also succeeded in having influenced the decision making in the state, by the state government.
But do you think this time when Masrat Alam is arrested, he will be charge-sheeted and charges proven? Because every time he's arrested, he is bailed out. And the state governments refuse to act. Considering that you have a role in the state government, would we believe that your government would go at length to prove charges? He's been arrested so many times for under Public Safety Act.
No, honestly speaking, I'm not actually sure about the technicality of the legal provisions or the jurisprudence under which he's brought under arrest or detention today. But of course, the law has to be followed not only in letter, I agree with you, it has to be followed in spirit. And therefore the spirit of the law demands that we have to not only check but also deter such activities, and I'm sure the state government will take a call.
So ultimately you would agree that it was the pressure from the BJP at the centre and the BJP government there that the Mufti government actually acted. That's what you're saying?
No, you could put it either way. It was in a coalition government. It's a collective decision of the coalition government. But of course, there's no secret of the fact that the BJP partner, both in the state as well as the BJP-led government at the centre, is very clear on such issues, and our stand is so consistent that there is hardly any hypocrisy about it.
My last question: if there is any hindrance to national security or compromise on national security, do you think that it is worth an issue to snap ties with your alliance?
No, that's a hypothetical question. I will not like to engage myself in that debate. But as I said, Bharatiya Janata Party is a Sangathan party. It's an organization party which has a strict discipline, a strict mechanism, strict constitution in its place. The responsibilities are shared by different functionaries at different levels, and therefore let all the countrymen be rest assured that the leadership of the organization under the National President Shri Amit Bhai Shah is capable enough to take a call on any situation that arises.
And for more on this story, I want to bring in headlines today. Shuja ul Haq, who joins us from Srinagar with the latest. Shuja, Masrat Alam may have been arrested, but he still says, permission or no permission, the Tral March should happen. Will it happen?
Well, Gaurav, see, that is the big question. A Tral march is probably not happening. Even if it happens, at least these leaders are not going there. They have been house arrested. Masrat Alam has been arrested himself. But, you know, there lies a big question that the BJP needs to answer. Jammu Kashmir is not a normal state. There are problems that go wider and beyond just the local governance and development. If they keep on harping on the issue of development and we want to, go strictly by common minimum program, that is clearly deceiving the people. Here is the perfect example. Mufti Muhammad Sayyed did not clearly listen to the BJP. He arrested Masrat Alam only more than 42 hours after the incident when their FIR was registered. That is a sign. That is a sign that all is not well between these two political parties. And when it comes to Kashmir, the entire idea is different. The BJP needs to make sure and make it clear to the public what its policy about Kashmir is going to be.
Okay.
Masrat Alam or arresting Masrat Alam is not going to be the answer. There is a problem. There's a political turmoil here.
What is the
which
reaction?
has to have an answer.
Yes. What is the reaction on ground, if at all, to Masrat Alam's arrest and Syed Ali Shah Gilani being put under preventive custody?
Well, Gaurav, Syed Ali Shah Gilani has been put under preventive custody yesterday only. He is under house arrest. Almost all political separatist leaders are under house arrest. And Masrat Alam was also under house arrest yesterday evening. It is only this morning that he has been arrested and now he has been taken to the Badgam police station where that entire FIR was registered. So far, there is tension prevailing. There are restrictions imposed on people in Tral so that any untoward incident is averted, but at the same time their entire Tral Chalo or march has been foiled, and that is also not very new. Every time there are marches like these or calls like these given, almost standard operating procedure of the government is to house arrest all these leaders and foil that entire event. And that is eventually what happened. That's what they have done. But this begs the question, if this is eventually what they had to do, why create all this hype around it? One also has to understand, because of this hype, they have given one more leader to the entire powerful camp of separatism. That is Masrat Alam. That is the core issue. That needs to be addressed. If there is a policy, that needs to be made very clear in front of everyone.
Stay with me for a moment, Shuja. I want to quickly cut across to Headlines Today's Ashraf Wani. He's been reporting from ground zero. I'll come back to Shuja, but let's listen in to Ashraf Wani's report.
The separatist leader Masrat Alam has been finally arrested by the police today morning. Here he has been kept inside the police station Shahidganj, which is the nearest police station to his home, and the police party from police station Shahidganj reached his home early in the morning and told him that he has been arrested and he has brought here inside this police station which is near to his home. Basically, FIR has been lodged on Wednesday against Masrat Alam and some other leaders of the Hurriyat conference, and under that FIR, so far Masrat Alam has been arrested by the Jammu and Kashmir police. There was a tremendous pressure not only from the Home Ministry but even from the central government to the Jammu and Kashmir state government to initiate action against Masrat Alam, and finally today on Friday the action has been initiated. The other Hurriyat leaders like Syed Ali Shah Gilani, Mirwais Farooq and Shabir Shah have been put under house arrest because today the Gilani faction of Hurriyat have given the call for the Tral march, which has been completely denied by the authorities as well as by the police. So far the police has made the elaborate security arrangements across the Srinagar city because they believe that probably after the Friday prayer people may come out on the street, particularly the supporters of Hurriyat, and they may try to create some kind of violence. To stop that violence, the police has so far tried to make security arrangements on all the sensitive places here in the Srinagar city. With cameraman Tariq Roon, Ashraf Wani for Headlines Today in Srinagar.
And my colleague Shujaul Haq still with me from Srinagar. Shuja, there are 2 points that are coming across. Professor Bhim Singh says of Panthers Party says it's not just one Masrat Alam. The NC Congress created several Masrat Alams. But is the situation only worsening? That's point one. And KC Tyagi of the JDU has another point when KC Tyagi says, at least try him this time, try and convict him. Don't just keep him behind bars and then let him out after some years. So is there conviction on the part of this government that Masrat Alam will be tried this time and an effort will be made to convict him?
See, that's the big question. That is the big question. There is complete, the clarity doesn't exist. What is their policy of towards dealing with the issue of Kashmir? One thing that has been amply clear in this episode and the previous ones as well is that the ideology of Mufti Muhammad Sayyid and the PDP clearly differs from what the BJP wants. Mufti made it very clear that it wants to give some space to the separatist leadership. It wants to fight their point of view with a point of view in a democratic manner. And if that is what their policy is, then it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense arresting Masrat Alam or anyone else or being very harsh on them. If you want to engage with them in a political or democratic manner, then go forward, make it clear to the people. But at the same time, if you are at the same time arresting him after 48 hours, you're making it very, very ambiguous. And it's a sense of deja vu, whether you want to go this way or that way.
No,
make it
but
very clear. Between the two of you, decide it.
Facts must be spoken here. Look, Masrat Alam was given permission for that rally. So was Gilani, Sayyid Ali Shah Gilani on the streets of Srinagar. That was permitted. That's democracy. But you cannot wave Pakistan flags and say Hafiz Saeed ka ye paigam Kashmir banega Pakistan. That is unacceptable. That is where you need to draw the Lakshman Rekha. Is that message going across?
You see, that's the point. By allowing the rally, you cannot be then saying that I didn't know they would raise Pakistani flags or raise Pakistani slogans. This has been happening in Kashmir all along. They pretty much very well knew that this was going to happen, and even then they allowed it. So that seemed like a policy, but now they are backtracking on it. So there is an absolute, there's no clarity as to what they really want. What is their policy towards Kashmir? And that's my precise point.
Okay, keep tracking that story, Shuja. I will come back to you for more. We are now shifting focus to the other big story that we're tracking here on Headlines Today.